Hi everyone, welcome back to another Sit Down with Sam. Today I'm here with Caty, and this is a special episode because we're here at the Step Forward event. Caty, I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, I graduated high school this past summer. I'm currently taking a gap year, which has been a really great thing for me. I started working in my senior year, and I did independent studies, so I didn't go to school every single day. I got to work. Been working ever since, so I've been there for about a year and a half now. And then I will end up quitting so that I can go to school in the fall. I'm going to go to pastry school. But it's been a journey. It's been a long time coming.
Did you want to talk a little bit about that journey?
Yeah. I went to a traditional high school my freshman year, and I did not enjoy it. It was not for me. I couldn't do the whole wake up at 5:30, go to zero period at 7 a.m. and then be done at 4:30. It wasn't for me. I experienced panic attacks in the morning. Anxiety was so bad. It was so overwhelming. And I think for me, it's like I wanted to quit school so badly. I wanted to be done with it, and something that my mom wouldn't let me do. She said you had to persist and you had to at least go to school, even if I'm crying and shaking. She was just, don't make me go to school, don't make me, I can't go. I'm crying in the car and she's making me go to school, and I was like, why do you hate me, basically? And I'm really glad she did it, because had she not, she would have been enabling my anxiety. And she said, you know what, just try and go to school, and if you can't make it, we'll go home, but at least you tried.
Yeah.
And so I had to finish school. I had to finish the whole year. I wanted to drop out, believe me. And she said, nope, you're gonna finish it out, and that was the light at the end of the tunnel. It was like, get through this day, get through this last month of school, and we'll find alternatives. And we found an alternative. It's an independent study school. I went to school one day a week to meet with my advisor, and that really worked for me. I was good at school. I was able to self-discipline myself, but it's not for everybody. Yeah,
that's really cool that you were able to kind of find your own pathway. But yeah, I think Caty is such a great example that you don't have to do like the traditional way. Like, you're here, you're going to culinary school or pastry school, you said.
Yeah.
And that's really cool, and like, you found a different way, and like you're happy, and like you learn to kind of like manage your anxiety, and I feel like that's really cool. So did you want to talk a little bit about how you've like coped with your anxiety in like kind of just like different ways?
Yeah, I, for one, definitely in my freshman year, I had no idea how to deal with it, because it wasn't super available to me that this is what you can do. And so I think it was like finding the things that worked for me, and going to therapy really helped. My sophomore year I went to therapy, and she sort of gave me ways to start that and start giving me ideas on how to cope with that. And so I would name 5 things that I saw visually, 3 things that I could physically feel, 3 things that I could hear, and that just made me really self-aware of what was going on around me. Just focusing on my breathing, centering myself in through my nose, out through my nose, but like feeling the air go through my body, and feeling how when you breathe in, the air is cold, and when you breathe out, the air is warm. So it was little things like that. It's finding the right playlist and going outside and listening to the sounds outside really grounded me.
What would you like to say to anyone that may be struggling?
I would say that it's probably going to get worse before it gets better, but there's always hope, and it will get better, and you have to believe that in yourself first and foremost, that if you want to get better, then you have to have that mindset that it's not always going to be like that. And asking for help is okay, and it's okay not to be okay. That's kind of like our mantra right now. It's like, it's okay to not be okay, and to ask for help. Is there strength in asking for help, and there's strength in being vulnerable. But you could overcome anything.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think Caty is a really cool example that you don't have to put so much stress on yourself to like kind of keep going in like a negative place that you don't want. Like you can like take another like direction and like still end up in like where you want to be and like just end up being like ultimately happy, which is the goal, I feel like.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to keep going forward into
Yeah.
the darkness, and you can change your path whenever you see
Yeah.
fit. And
Yeah.
that could be, you know, the next morning that you wake up and
Yeah.
say, okay, I'm going to make a change today.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you all for watching this Sit Down with Sam. Thank you, Caty,
Thank you.
for letting me interview you. I think this was a really cool interview, so thank you all so much.